if you have the patience and you have the work ethic, you will get there. You will get one step closer every year. And when you look back 5 years from now and look at all the things you've accomplished and how different your life looks like, you're going to be like, whoa. Hey, welcome to the Insurance Buzz. I am your host, Michael Weaver. I'm flying solo today on the Buzz, and I'm going to be sharing my formula for success. And how this topic even got brought up and why I wanted to share it with you today is I actually had someone from our community reach out, shoot me a text. They said, "Hey, Michael, quick question. What did you do differently than your peers to get ahead and win, so to speak, going down the wealth building library?" And I am super pumped. When I got this message, first of all, I was humbled. Second of all, it made me really think about, man, what would I share? And so over coffee, I wrote down a few things on my phone and notes, and that is what I'm going to share with you today. So I'm going to share what I wrote out, and I'm going to go into detail on some of these. And I want to first and foremost just say that after almost 20 years in this professional career, I feel like I'm just getting started. I don't know if any of you can relate, but this is the most excited that I've personally been in our professional career ever. And our personal life is incredible right now as well. And I feel like it's the last almost 20 years of lessons learned, money lost, money made, businesses created. Some businesses we still have, some businesses we don't have. But all of these lessons learned throughout my professional and personal life that has really got me to a point where I believe the next 5 years is just going to be an absolute game changer in our lives, both personally and professionally. I feel like we are right at the top, that we're about to level up. We're about to go to that next level. And again, like truly feel like we're just getting started. And so I want to share some of the things that I shared with this individual, and I hope that they speak to you today. No matter what success looks like in your life, in your vision, in your goal, in your dreams, I believe that you will be able to take one of these or all 7 of these and incorporate these in your life and day to day. So let's just get into it. So, and these are in no specific order. By the way, you might agree with these, you may disagree, and that's okay too. But I do want to share. So number 1, dedicate yourself to personal and professional development. Be the absolute best you can be. Be a constant learner. Invest in yourself with books, training courses, seminars, coaches. Master your craft. That is the very first thing that I wrote out. And again, these are in no specific order, but this one has played a very big role in our lives. From reading multiple books a year to investing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into masterminds, coaches, training programs, creating multiple businesses, which are learning lessons themselves. But to get back into like the personal development route, I just believe that this is one thing that if you want to be the best at anything, you need to master your craft. You need to develop yourself. You need to invest in yourself. You're already listening to the Insurance Buzz, so I know I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. You are someone that believes in self-development. You are someone that believes in learning from others. You are someone that believes in getting better. So I know I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, but this is one of those things that I put very high in the equation when talking about the formula for success, secrets to success. Without a doubt, it is about putting in the time. It's about putting in the reps. It is about pushing yourself. It's about getting better. It's about learning something new. It's about becoming the absolute best at the basics. To become the expert in anything, you have to become the best at the basics. It's why Michael Jordan always practiced chest passes and layups. It's why Kobe Bryant always practiced free throws. Those are the basics. Those are what they did every single game, multiple times a game. And so no matter what career you are in, you have to become the absolute best at your craft. You have to master your craft. You have to be a lifelong learner. If you believe that you have it all figured out, that is the fastest way to not figure it out. That is the fastest way to not become the best. I don't care how good you are. You could be number one in your company. There's always room to improve. There's always room to get better. There's always something to learn from anyone and everyone, regardless of where they're rated or ranked within a company. So that's what I would say was my very first thing that I shared with this individual is, man, you have to become a master at your craft, become a lifelong learner, read a ton of books, invest in yourself through training programs, masterminds, coaches, and you do that for 5 years. I promise you your life is going to look significantly different in 5 years just by doing that right there. The second thing I shared, hard work always pays off. Be the hardest worker in the room. Show up early, stay late. Be the example. Lead from the front. Lead from doing, just not telling. The harder you work, the luckier you will get. You ever heard that? The harder you work, the luckier you'll get. I believe that to be true too. I don't know if this is because I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up starting work at a very young age. I grew up in a very blue-collar household. Maybe all of these things led to me being an extremely hard worker. But if there is work to get done, if there is something to do, I am not one to just stop. I do not stop until the job is done. I don't care if I'm 18, 20, 22 hours into a day. I am here to get the job done. I will outwork anyone in the room if it's something I'm passionate about and I want to do. And I believe that that goes a long ways. I believe that if you are willing, especially in today's age and in today's environment when hustle culture is kind of like frowned upon, I never hear anyone of any success, by the way, frown on hustle culture. Anyone that's ever achieved anything in life from a business standpoint or success, or at least individuals that I want to be like, they all say you are going to have to work your tail off. It's going to take longer than you anticipate. You're going to have to be patient. They go into a bunch of different things. So I just want to reiterate right now, you're going to have to work your tail off. Hard work is always going to pay off if you are the hardest worker in the room. Now, what I will say with this is you need to be working hard on the right things and taking the right action. Now, sometimes you work hard on the wrong things, and that's just part of the learning lessons in life. These are the life taxes. This is part of the success equation. You are not the person that it's going to take right now to accomplish where you are going. You have to become that person. But hard work is going to pay off. You have to be the hardest worker in the room, in my opinion. You have to be willing to get your hands dirty. You have to be willing to get into the trenches. You have to be willing to do what others aren't willing to do if you're going to accomplish what most others aren't willing to accomplish or aren't going to accomplish. So that is the second thing I shared. Work your freaking tail off. Work your tail off. Make the sacrifices. Take the right action. Work on the right things. And if you do that for an extended amount of time, 5 years, your life will look significantly different. The third thing I shared. Have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish and be willing to do whatever it takes to get there. Make the pivots. Surround yourself with the people. Remind yourself of the vision often. Remind yourself of the vision often. This is what stands out to me in this one. You have to have a clear vision on where you're going so that you work hard to accomplish that vision. That's what I was trying to say in number 2. So number 3, clarity and vision, and then reminding yourself of that vision often. If you've never done a vision board, this is where I'm going to incorporate this in this. I would recommend doing a vision board. So getting a big piece of paper and putting a bunch of pictures on it of all the things that you want to accomplish in life. And I would really try to stick to like your 1-year goals, 3-year goals, 5-year goals, and then maybe have some lofty like 10, 20-year goals out there. Put pictures on it. This is going to create a vision of what you want your life to look like. Your dream house, your dream car. Maybe you're rolling around in a Ferrari or maybe a 1970 Chevelle SS. I don't know. And those are just things. How about travel trips you want to go? Maybe you want to go on an African safari. I'd highly recommend it. Maybe you want to go to Antarctica. I've never been there, but we're going to go one day because it's on the vision board. What kind of business do you want? How many employees? Multiple locations maybe. To be able to accomplish anything in life, you need to have a clear vision of where you're going. And your vision may change throughout time, and that is okay. There's going to be some pivots you make along the way. But right now, you need to have a clear vision on what the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years looks like. And then some of those lofty goals that you're just like, man, I know I've made it when I have this. I know I've accomplished this. And it's, again, year 1, year 2, year 3. These are your 3-year short-term goals that allow you to start taking the massive action, working hard with a clear vision on what you want your life to look like. Because if you dedicate your life to a vision, if you dedicate yourself to a vision and you're willing to do whatever it takes to accomplish that and work your tail off, you will accomplish that. I guarantee you will accomplish that. It may take 3 years, it may take 5 years, it may take 10, it may take 20. But with enough time and the right action, you will accomplish that. But what I find is you need to remind yourself of the vision often, because not every day is going to be easy. Not every week is going to be easy. Not every month, and definitely not every year. So by reminding yourself of the vision often, you automatically are talking about it more, and what you constantly talk about, what you constantly envision in life is what you're going to achieve. It's manifestation. So remind yourself of the vision often. Are you embracing AI in your business? Are you afraid of potentially getting left behind? Make sure, if you haven't already, book a call with us at Agency Coach AI. The reviews have been incredible. We are the most advanced AI software solution for you as an insurance professional, giving you and your team the ability to get live grading and coaching on every single call. Doesn't matter, sales call or service call. How about the ability to role play full-blown sales conversations, taking the awkwardness, the weirdness, the shame out of the peer-to-peer role plays that aren't that effective? How about the ability to have amazing reporting that's going to give you more data than you've ever had the ability to have as an agency owner? If you haven't booked a call with us at Agency Coach AI, make sure you click the link below. Other than that, let's get back to the show. Number 4, patience. It's going to take longer than you want and be more difficult than you are expecting. There will be more learning lessons along the way than wins. Be patient with the process, and remember, life is happening for you, not to you. You must become the person it takes to accomplish what you set out to do. Be patient with the process, and remember, life is happening for you, not to you. I hope that this sticks out to you. This is something that I've learned throughout my, almost 20 years now in the professional world. Thinking about young, 22, hungry Michael, much different individual back then. Very similar hunger, just looks different. If I can go back and share anything, and this is why I brought up, be patient. Work your tail off, remind yourself of the vision often, but you're going to have to be patient. Things are not going to happen as quick as you want them to. They're just not. They're just not. I'm here to tell you that it's going to take longer than you want. You're going to probably have to sacrifice more than you're anticipating. There's going to be way more learning lessons along the way than you are expecting. There's going to be curves in the road and pivots that you're going to have to make that you can't even forecast. But if you have the patience and you have the work ethic, you will get there. You will get one step closer every year. And when you look back 5 years from now and look at all the things you've accomplished and how different your life looks like, you're going to be like, whoa. And when you look back 10 years from now, whoo, totally different life. 15 years ago, my goodness, I was living in like a 300 square foot apartment. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to be patient with the process. Time is on your side. Time is on your side. Now, you can accomplish things without a doubt. You can accomplish big goals, but it is going to take longer than you're probably anticipating and expecting. I'm not trying to be a buzzkill here. I'm just telling you what I've experienced in life. Because again, you have to become the person it takes to accomplish what you were set out to accomplish. And so there's going to be certain characteristics that you learn and that you develop into and the person you grow to be to accomplish that vision in life, both personally and professionally. Number 5, I said that these were in no specific order, but I'm probably going to put this one up at the top. Actually, I'm not probably. I'm going to. Spouse. This will be the most important part of the equation. Your spouse/partner will be the most important decision of your life. Choose wisely and make sure you both are on the same page with the vision. Communicate the vision often. Your spouse or partner is hands down the most important decision that you will make in your life. Personal and professionally. You pick the wrong partner, things can be tough. You pick the right partner, things can be magical. Without a doubt, I do not believe that I could have accomplished half of the things that I've accomplished in my life without Courtney. She is my partner. She's my business partner. She's my life partner. She's my partner in crime. She's the person I go to when things are good, and she's the person I go to when things are tough. We've been business partners in every single business we've owned and operated. We have a deep level of understanding of each other, not only in the professional sense, but also personally. Because when you go through experiences like that, you can't help but grow together. And for those of you who do not work with your spouse, that is also okay. But you have to make sure that you are communicating consistently and just not the bad things that are going on. You can't always vent about the bad things. You have to communicate the vision. You have to communicate the why. You have to communicate the good. You have to remember. You have to remind them why we are on this path that we are on. Why are you on the path that you're on? This is, in my opinion, the most important part of the equation. Choose wisely. Your spouse is the most important decision of your life and of your future. Number 6, we're getting close. Support system / circle of influence. Who you surround yourself with is important. Birds of a feather flock together. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll become the 6th. When you network with people of influence and go where they hang out. Birds of a feather flock together, baby. We've all heard that. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll become the 6th. You've heard that too. And I find this to be true. When I network intentionally. I network with individuals that I see, or at least what I perceive, doing better than myself. I network with individuals that have the type of life and lifestyle that I want to have. I network with individuals that have the type of relationship with their spouse and with their kids that I want to have. You see, I'm just not out here to network with anybody, even if it can help my business. Even if it can help my business. I'm not for it, man. You a shady dude. We don't vibe. I get some sketch signals from you. I just don't care. I am here to network with individuals that I vibe with, that put good vibes out into the world and are living a lifestyle that I want to live. That have the types of relationships with their spouse and with their kids that I want to have or that I do have. That are making the money, or at least they perceive to make the money that I want to make. That have achieved things in their life that I want to achieve. Those are the types of individuals that I try to be very intentional in working with. And I'm going to go to the places that those types of individuals hang out. Choose who you hang out with wisely. Make sure it is a proper circle of influence. Just not a bunch of peers. And also, if they're negative, they're talking about other people, I can guarantee they're talking about you when you're not around too. So, be intentional with who you're working with. Be intentional with who you're networking with. Birds of a feather flock together, baby. Number 7, discipline. Discipline. Stay disciplined to the process. Stay disciplined to your habits. Stay disciplined to your health. Stay disciplined in your relationship. Stay disciplined to your vision. Discipline is the magic bullet everyone is looking for. Just about everything in your life that you want is going to come back to discipline. Everything. Even the things I already mentioned. Dedicate yourself to your personal and professional development. You're going to have to be disciplined with it. It's not going to be easy to do that every single day. It's not going to be easy to read a book every day. It's not going to be easy to pull the trigger on a $20,000 investment in a coach mastermind training program, $50,000, $100,000. It's not going to be necessarily easy. For that, you're going to have to be disciplined to it. How about personal and professional development? We could even talk about habits, which I talk about this. Be disciplined to your habits. How about your morning routine? That's not always going to be easy, but we know it's good for you. How about working out? Be disciplined to your health. Eat the right foods. Go to the gym. Go do yoga. Do the things that move your body, whatever that looks like. You have to be disciplined to your health. This is a huge part of the equation. Happy, healthy, wealthy, baby. You have to be healthy. How you're doing in your personal life is going to be a direct reflection of how you do in your professional life. Hard work. You're going to have to be disciplined to the hard work. There's going to be days that you don't want to show up. There's going to be days that you even question why you're doing what you're doing. You have to be disciplined to doing it anyways and give what you got. You're going to have to be disciplined to the vision. Again, it's not always going to be easy. The vision is going to get shaky. You're going to question yourself throughout the next few years. Is this worth it? Am I on the right path? Am I going to live up to my potential? You're going to have to be disciplined with it. Patience. Woo, talking about something difficult. You're going to have to be disciplined with your patience. We'll just leave it at that. Disciplined in your relationship with your spouse and with your kids. You see, I don't think, if you're successful in the workplace, but you're not successful at home, you're not successful in my opinion. Not that things are always going to be easy with your spouse, not that things are always going to be easy with your kids. I get it. But you're going to have to be disciplined in being a good spouse. You're going to have to be disciplined in being a good parent. Things will come up. Stay true to the process. Stay true to the vision. Stay true to your family. You see, discipline, I'm going off on like a tangent now, but discipline is a funny thing because discipline is a muscle you can build. Discipline is something that you are in total control of. You're either going to choose the broccoli or you're going to choose the Pop-Tart. Maybe a better example is you're going to choose the eggs or you're going to choose the Pop-Tarts. Let's talk about breakfast now. You're going to choose to either cheat on your spouse or be faithful to your spouse. You're going to choose to show up to your kids' games or you're going to choose not to show up to your kids' games. You're going to choose to either go to the gym or you're going to choose to not go to the gym. You're going to choose to show up early and stay late, or you're going to choose, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. See, discipline is a choice. Discipline is a muscle. And I believe everything in life comes back to your discipline. And you're in total control of that. You're either going to choose to do something or you're going to choose not to do something. But you have the choice. That's the best part about discipline. You have the choice. And the more times you choose the discipline route, you know what I'm talking about, the route that you know you should do, the route that it is the way, the route that may be a little tougher and you don't feel like doing it today, but you need to. The more times you choose that, the more times you take action, you're going to build that discipline muscle. When you wake up at 5 a.m. one day and you start this little exercise, it sucks. Day 2 sucks. Day 3 sucks. Day 4, man. Day 5 sucks. Second week, okay, I'm building a habit now. I'm building a routine. Still sucks. Week 3, okay, it's normal now. Week 4, it still sucks, but guess what? Now it's a routine. That's the thing that most people never say. Like, a lot of habits in life and that I see successful people have and demonstrate, it's not because they're necessarily the funnest things to do. They might not even be something they look forward to. But that's what gets them to their end goal. They know they have to do it. Now, hey, I'm all about incorporating fun into your life as well. It's the reason why I love golf so much. It's the reason why I love wakeboarding so much. It's the reason why I like to fish. They're hobbies. It's why I like to go hiking. Like, there's things that get me outside and also do things from a competitive standpoint for me that are just good for me. It's why I like to go to the gym. And I'm disciplined with these things because I know that they help me both physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like, a lot of these things help me in multiple aspects of my life. But I truly believe, and this is what I ended with, and this is what I will end with, that discipline is the magic bullet, that you're looking for in your life. Discipline is the magic bullet that you are looking for in your life, in your career, in your health. It all comes back to discipline. So, these are the things that I shared. There's plenty more that we could add to these 7 things, but these are the 7 things that over a cup of coffee, I'm like, man, this is what I believe has helped me get to this point in my life today. I hope that these help you. I hope they speak to you. I hope they resonate with you. And, of course, if you have anything to add, shoot me a text. Shoot me an email. I'd love to hear what you would add to the success equation. But other than that, and as always, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I know it was a little bit different. I hope it spoke to you. As always, time and attention are by far our most important assets. I appreciate you spending time with me today. Go out and make it great.